struggled with finding local services that are affordable, trustworthy and efficient? Well, I know I have. And according to investors, India's local services marketplace has always been a gold mine. Now here's one startup that's aiming to make the most of this gold mine by connecting consumers to local service professionals efficiently with just a few taps and swipes. But while demand may be high, the local services marketplace in India is fragmented and can prove to be a logistical nightmare for most entrepreneurs. So here's one startup that's trying to disrupt this space with some clever use of technology, neat algorithms and matchmaking of services. This is UrbanClap.
We all need services to help in our day-to-day lives in a city. For any service, you can go to UrbanClap, tell us what you want, and that's it. You can treat UrbanClap as your service genie.
A service genie, you say? Well, these founders certainly know how to pitch their convenient startup to India's busy working population. And that may just set these guys apart. And leading the product development and tech team at UrbanClap is a Silicon Valley return, who brings with him plenty of experience having worked with Twitter. This is Raghav Chandra. And marrying Raghav's tech prowess with some clever marketing is co-founder Varun Khaitan, who has impressive names like Boston Consulting Group on his resume. And UrbanClap's third co-founder also brings with him some keen expertise from Boston Consulting Group and oversees the operations at UrbanClap. Meet Abhiraj Bhal. Young, focused and dynamic, these founders aim to organize and monetize India's fragmented local services sector. But hang on, dear founders, we want to know. How does UrbanClap ensure its services are credible and efficient? How will UrbanClap scale up from just an app? How will UrbanClap grow in the fragmented local services marketplace in India?
There are only those many high-quality professionals in India in local services. As we are scaling the marketplace, it gets harder and harder to identify who these people are and to convince them and bring them on board. So, we have to go backward integrate a lot, get into things like training, skill improvement, basically upping the overall quality. Like today, if there is a certain threshold of service quality in the country, UrbanClap will succeed if it's able to take it a couple of notches up.
Upping the quality of local services in India, that's the primary goal and perhaps the biggest challenge for UrbanClap. To use UrbanClap, a customer first selects a category and then answers several questions on the app or the website. The platform's recommendation engine uses the information from the questionnaire and location-based data to match him or her with the relevant service professionals. But hey, every startup comes at a crossroads when it must ask itself, scale versus scope, what's more important?
I think it always has to be scope. You have to limit scope and make sure that within the scope of your services, within the scope of your geographies, you are delivering a very, very high quality experience to your user. Once you are confident that within a certain scope, you are delivering a high quality experience, you can scale. And to be honest, I think very few companies have died because they've not been able to scale. Scaling is a solved problem. The harder problem is knowing what to scale. And in services, it's even more hard because services are very interpersonal in nature. There's no one-size-fits-all answer. What is right for me may be very different from what is right for you. And hence, I think it's taken us a while to get to a point where we feel like we understand what it takes to deliver a high-quality service. And we are now scaling the marketplace.
And at the heart of this startup, of course, are the scores of local service providers. From electricians to household help to mechanics as well as plumbers, lifesavers in the time of crisis. And the UrbanClap team ensures that they are well versed with the app, its various functions, as well as dealing with the somewhat irate customers in times of crisis. It is this attention to detail that has helped the startup expand to other metropolitan cities in India and raise more funding. But it can't be easy to organize a local services marketplace. So we sat down with the founders for some answers.
How will UrbanClap scale up from being just an app?
The app and the web interface is just the front. It's almost like an antler. Everything complex, everything happens behind the scenes. For example, customer comes in, he needs to be matched to relevant professionals. We don't want to do manual operations, right? So a lot happens algorithmically to figure that out. Professionals need to be onboarded. How do you build something where you don't have to deploy a huge fleet of army, go out, kind of surf and scan the streets, right? So you have to build out technology to get people, build out their profile, right, and take them live. But this is just the technology part, right? Of course, you need a really, really smart team to orchestrate and architect this whole running. So I think there's going to be a lot more focus in using smart technology, but solving for core business problems.
Explain to us how exactly you make money.
So the way it works, the way we make money is customer tells us exactly what he wants, and we help him push through and understand the service, right? And we reach out to professionals in an automated fashion. When a professional does find the lead interesting, that's when he pays us. All right, so we become a very effective outreach or a very effective advertising platform for the professional, where he's not paying in bulk at registration, where he actually has a say before every single request he gets connected to.
Which is the service that's most in demand in India currently?
So among all our categories, I think a few the interesting buckets often lie in more of the fitness, the health domain.
And how do you ensure that your services are credible and efficient?
As a marketplace, we stand for quality of service more than anything else. For each of our 85 services, there is a long and detailed checklist through which each professional has to go through. These involve knowing how skilled the professional is, whether their background is clean. We verify their identity and address. 1 in 10 professionals actually meet the quality bar of Urban Clap to be on our platform. Like we say no to these guys so you can say yes.
How will Urban Clap grow in the fragmented local services marketplace in India?
The fact that local services in India is unorganized and fragmented ends up being a boon for us. As a platform, most parts of how we work are very, very technology driven and automated. All the local service professionals come and want to be on our platform because right now they don't have any reliable way of getting business. In just about a year, we have already more than 30,000 professionals on our platform, and by the end of this year we want to take it to more than 200,000. So I think while the world is fragmented, we are the ones organizing it, and that's what is leading to our growth.
Our first mentor, Siddharth Lal, is the Managing Director of Bruce Clay India. Siddharth is extremely passionate about internet marketing and is well known in the industry for his search engine optimization skills and social media initiatives. Meet Raman Roy, co-founder of the Indian Angel Network. He's also the chairman and managing director of Quattro Global Services, a leading knowledge process outsourcing company. Raman has a keen eye for startups and does not mince his words.
Urban Clap is a fantastic new concept because they have come in and into a marketplace which did not really exist prior to this.
I love the service, I love the concept. The potential of what can happen is huge. But as a user, I will utilize it if I get the quality that I'm looking for. So the quality of the database and some sort of a quality control on that database is going to be essential. So if you overlay some sort of a customer feedback, some sort of a quality check, that is what I think will enhance value.
I was actually shocked to see that they've actually raised 200 plus crores, right? And however, I could see holes in their digital strategy. I did multiple searches around products that are featured on their first page, things like beauticians in Gurgaon, yoga instructor on Golf Course Road, anything that was related to them. And unfortunately, I did not see them on the first page of results online in so many searches that I did. And I believe that is a shocking fail for them.
Now here is a cold hard fact. Seasoned investors and analysts say that a very minuscule percent of Indian startups will become sustainable digital-first enterprises. And with many internet startups cloning ideas from the West, we worry how many will crash and burn. So we went and asked an expert who also happens to be the face of India's startup success story, whether India's internet startups have the potential to be original and become unicorns, or will they simply wither away?
Look, when you build a business in India, India being an open market, by default global companies end up winning. Google is Google of India. Social network is Facebook of India. The messenger is WhatsApp of India, is WhatsApp. Unless there is a local extra delta, for example, like telecom required spectrum, which is local event. But when it comes to marketplaces, technologies, open markets, especially like India, it is very important that Indian companies do things many times differently, which are not replicable by international company. But given a longer cycle, everything can be replicated literally, right? So somewhere the business model for companies which are operating in India is to create some wall which is built around they are Indian, not because there is a business wall of some customer or some business acquisition. An interesting thing about Indian startups is they are not just imitating the Western companies. The latest populist move is to imitate a couple of Chinese companies.